guys, thanks for tuning in to Construction Time with Jordan Shafran. We are over here in Northridge, California, and we're looking at some damage that was caused by tree roots. As you can tell, this is a main street. You have trees on the easement here, portion of the property, and we can tell this is your curb portion of the wall. There's traffic, so I'm going to try to speak a little bit louder than usual. And we have the concrete slab here that is elevated. Now, if we look at your natural elevation, we can see that it's flush, it's straight, and we have your curb. Now, the code, as you can see, your curb is going to be about 6 inches high and about 6 inches wide. Now, there's a footing underneath. To code, we have to pour a concrete footing which acts as the foundation. Because this is street curb, many times the city doesn't install rebar. The reason is if we have pipes going underneath, water lines, gas lines, electrical lines, and if the city needs access to the curb, they want to make sure that they can come in and just break it and demo it away. And that's why many times we don't see rebar in street curbs and in easements. Now, the concrete that is usually used is 3,000 psi, and you will note it's a little bit stronger than your straight 2,500 psi that we see in concrete driveways, planters, or walkways. But look at how much damage the trees caused. If we look at the tree roots channeled all the way underneath the slab. And this takes years, but some tree roots grow straight down, other tree roots spread to the side. So we can see that these tree roots are spreading everywhere, and it's consistent with other damage that we can see in the street. So the only way to correct this is to demo out the entire sidewalk portion of the curb. Now, I want you to see that this is one slab. This is a complete pour. There are no extension lines. Therefore, when this curb gets formed, the whole sidewalk here gets formed as well. And you can see the aggregate in the concrete. The aggregate is a little bit more substantial when it's 3,000 psi. There is thicker rock aggregate. Can you believe this damage? Really? From a tree? Let me scoot over. Look at this. 7 inches of elevation. Can you imagine if the tree roots went underneath and clogged some pipes or broke gas lines, drainage lines, sewer lines? This is a substantial break. Now it expands. It expands over 13 feet. Now, when you look at the integrity of the concrete, broke off, separated, cracked. It definitely needs to be re-poured. The tree roots needs to be chopped down, and a new concrete slab needs to go in. Now, this is a city easement. Therefore, you can't just go about removing this concrete slab. You have to get permits from the city. We have to get the city surgeon involved. And once we get the city surgeon involved, they will advise us as to how much of the tree root we can grind, not rip out. We can only grind the tree root and then re-pour concrete above it. Those are the specs from the city board in Los Angeles. You can't just cut tree roots, okay? But I want you to see how much damage the tree root caused. Now, the way to fix this is we would need to go and check the last portion of the damage, which is about, over here. We would take another 3 feet weigh in about another 3 feet away from the beginning of the problem, and then we would break into the concrete curb all the way to the side easement here, demolish everything. We do again need to watch out for the tree roots. We can't just chop them down. We need to grind them. And the only way to know that is by getting the tree surgeon from the city, who's building and safety, out here to let us know how much. Once we demo and once we clean the area of all the debris, we will bring the tree surgeon in. He will advise us on how much to grind down the roots, and then we will form the area, re-pour our concrete slab. This is about probably 3,000 psi concrete mix with some of the exposed aggregate, as we can see, so it's not really finished off completely. The concrete curb and the slab are one pour. Once we pour them, this is just a standard light finish. We would form it, finish it off, and then it would be just as straight as the continuation of the concrete. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Jordan Shafran.